What's going on, boys and girls? What's up, world? Austin John Plays here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how you can get every single piece of heart in Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I'm going to be going over this in a very particular way. I'm going to be going over each piece of heart that you get and how many dungeons you have to complete in order to obtain that piece of heart. I'm going to be telling you where it is, as well as showing you on the map. There you go. If you just want to see a memory of all the heart pieces, boom. Before you leave, hit the like button. Thanks. Now, right now, my face is going to be a giant zoomed-in version of the map. I'm going to have numbers on these pieces of hearts, so you can reference your own personal game and say, hey, I'm missing this piece of heart, and then just fast forward to the part of the video that has that number corresponding to it. I'm not going to put timestamps because there's going to be very obvious numbers on screen, so you just fast forward to them, plus timestamps actually hurt a video. Fun fact. Alright, so I've now moved to the editing room, so I don't know, I might sound a little bit different. The reason I went to the editing room is because, well, I went through about 18 hours of footage and chopped up only the heart containers so that this is a beautiful 10-minute video and you don't need to sit around for too long. Toward the beginning of the game, I'm going to go through these very, very quickly, and toward the end, when they're a little bit more complicated, I'm going to give you some backstory, let you know exactly where we are. Now, if you don't want a complete guide and you just want some tips, here are some tips now as far as some of the more difficult pieces of heart to get. In Mabe Village, if you go fishing, if you catch a small fish and a medium fish, those each reward you a heart. The crane game gives you 2 pieces of heart. The Secret Seashell Mansion gives you a piece of heart for collecting 5 secret seashells. The River Rapids race requires you to complete it in about 35 seconds. Dampe has 2 challenges for you that reward you a piece of heart each, and after completing all 12 of his challenges, he gives you a full heart container. If you're in the beginning or the middle of the game and you see something that you can't get, I always recommend opening up your map and making a marker, that way you can come back later and get that item once you have different power-ups in the game. As soon as you start off the game, you're going to be in Mabe Village, you're going to be able to hop down the well. As soon as you hop down the well, boom, piece of heart. Number 2 is going to be at the trendy game. Play the crane game, get the piece of heart, you're good. I hope you grinded up your rupees, because right in Mabe Village you can buy a piece of heart for 200 rupees. Also, as soon as you start up the game, make your way to the fishing hole, and the first time that you catch a small fish, there's going to be a piece of heart in its mouth. The first time you catch a medium fish, the green one, there's going to be a piece of heart in his mouth as well. You should also be getting the medium weight lure. After you complete your first dungeon, you can make your way over to the cemetery, and where you find the 4 gravestones, the lower right one, push it up. And down here you're going to be finding a rock that you could push to the right. There's also a keys flying around, so be careful. And even though you're designed to do this later in the game, with some good timing and just a little bit of control, you can get this very early. Within a few tries you should get this. And then from there, just jump up and go get your heart, and you're good. Our next one is going to be in the woods. I guarantee you have this one already, because it's very hard to miss on your way to go save Chain Chomp. Number 8 is going to be in the wasteland right below Dampe's shack. Hop over these holes and you get yourself a piece of heart. As soon as you complete the second dungeon and you have Chain Chomp and you saved him and he's a good boy, make your way back to the woods to this log right here that you came through for the toadstool earlier. Push these rocks out of your way, lift up the skulls, and get yourself a piece of heart. Sweet dude. Piece of heart number 10 is from the warp point on the prairie. Make your way inside of the left hole right above where you warp in. You're going to push these rocks out of your way, and in the lower right hand corner you get yourself a piece of heart. Heart number 11 is going to be at the Seashell Mansion. After you get 5 secret seashells, you can come in here and get yourself a piece of heart. For piece of heart number 12, that's going to be in the pothole area. You just need to jump up, stay in the middle of the 2 holes, and then work your way to the left. You should be able to get this now. Number 13 requires you go to the Tall Mountain range, to this entrance right here that I'm sure you're familiar with at this point in the game. Make your way through the first room to the second room, to the exit, and once you enter, it's going to be very easy to push these out of your way and get yourself this piece of heart. Heart number 14 is going to be at the trending game. If it does not show up for you, that most likely means that there's a key item in here that you have not gotten already, whether it be a stone or an enemy statue or whatever it is. Piece of heart number 15 can be completed as early as right after this dungeon, and you can get yourself the quest for Fill Up Your Hearts from Dampe in the dungeon editor. And inside of here, once you complete fill up your hearts, you're going to get yourself a piece of heart. And a secret seashell. When you are in the desert and where the mini boss is or was, when you fight that big millipede with the big tornado tail, if you fall down the hole in the middle and then you go to the top, the north wall, you're going to be able to bomb that, and inside of there is a piece of heart. Heart piece number 17 is going to be an animal village. Walk around the village and get the piece of heart. After completing your 4th dungeon, pretty much as soon as you leave it, just swim to the right past these 3 waterfalls right here. And head into the cave right here, and you're going to be finding yourself a piece of heart. In the original game, this was very well hidden. You could have also fallen down here from actually Tall Heights, but you can come here as soon as getting the 4th dungeon complete. In that same body of water, if you make your way all the way to the front of the castle and dive down, there's a piece of heart in the water. Heart piece number 20 is going to be on your way to Animal Village on this lower path over here where there are these stairs. You may have come through here earlier and seen the piece of heart before you were able to actually dive down, but once you have the flippers, you could dive down and get it. Heart piece number 21, back on the Ukuyu Prairie. Make your way to this hole right here. And the main puzzle, as it seems, just requires you to have the Pegasus boots. However, after you make your way to the end, you can bomb this wall here on the right. And inside of here is where you're going to be able to get a piece of heart. Fun fact, this was actually one that I was missing and I couldn't find it for a while because, well, to be frank, I thought I got it already. Heart piece number 22 is going to be just south of the mermaid statue in Martha's Bay. You can dive down and get this piece of heart. Heart piece number 23 is after you complete your 5th dungeon. You can come down here to this big old piece of grass, which you may have come here before, and you can just get here by hopping over 2 in a row with the Rock's Feather and the Pegasus boots. Head down the stairs, there's going to be some deep water, and inside of the deep water is a piece of heart. Sweet dude. For piece of heart number 24, back in Animal Village, you may have seen this hole that you created with the bomb earlier, and make your way up the left-hand side. Here, feel free to use a bomb arrow to destroy this rock, use your hookshot to make your way across, and get that piece of heart. Heart piece number 25. Back in the woods, you're going to find this log with these 3 rocks, which you've passed many times at the beginning of the game, and just make your way to the end of here by pushing this rock off, and get your piece of heart. Piece of heart number 26, just south of where the river rapid ride ends. You can make your way inside of this cave, head north through the deep water, use the hookshot to grab onto the rocks, and make your way over to the piece of heart. Heart piece number 27 requires you to beat the River Rapid Run, I don't know the actual name, and I think it's under 35 seconds, but try to get as close to 30 as possible. During the rapids, either on the run or the raid, you could get this piece of heart that's just chilling out in the open. Between the last 4 pieces of heart in the game, after completing dungeons 6, 7, and 8, you're going to get access to all 4 of these. I recommend waiting until you've completed all 8 dungeons in order to get these. The first one is going to be at Dompe. He's going to have another challenge for you after completing your 8th dungeon called Passageway Central. And inside of here, you're going to get yourself a piece of heart. Heart piece number 30, make your way from Tall Heights to the left of the Rooster House, underneath this staircase that you may have uncovered already. And you're going to, from this first room, head to the south by bombing it, head through these rooms, and get yourself a piece of heart. This is one that you've seen on a staircase before, but you weren't able to grab. Heart piece number 31, on your way to the 8th dungeon, head to the left, and you could get that piece of heart. If you hop down here, that's the swamp. You may have seen this earlier in the game. And the final piece of heart in the game requires you to leave the 8th dungeon in the middle of it. I guarantee if you've done the 8th dungeon, you have this piece of heart because you have to go through this area in order to complete the dungeon. There's a piece of heart at the top. Fantastic. You may be missing a complete heart at this time. In order to get that, you need to go to Dompe and complete all 12 of his challenges. That's all 4 of difficulty 1, 2, and 3. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, all 32 pieces of heart in this game. If you found this helpful and maybe you were missing 1 piece of heart and this had told you exactly where it is, do me a favor, hit the like button down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. Until next time, Austin John out.